Revealed, Soros tries to shut down Trump rally, then bikers for Trump show up. President Trump's rally in Phoenix on Tuesday posed a potential threat to the peace due to the George Soros-backed protesters who geared up to try and shut down yet another political event. It turns out that some bikers and other brave groups had plans for these anti-free speech operatives. Democrats from the area were working as part of a resistance protest group called Indivisible against President Trump. Thousands were organized and said to protest outside the rally, and inside because tickets were bought for the sole purpose to disrupt. Luckily, a group called Bikers for Trump Arizona heard about the plans of the Democrats and went into action to stop them, according to a report by KPHO-TV. Interestingly, the website for Indivisible is now saying that it is a project of the Advocacy Fund. The Advocacy Fund is a left-leaning group that takes donations from the Open Society Policy Center. The icing on the metaphorical cake is that the Open Society Policy Center was proven to be a direct arm of George Soros' Open Society Foundations. In other words, Soros, the progressive billionaire, is trying to control public opinion by paying into these groups and essentially creating this hostile environment. USA Today reported that members of Indivisible and the liberal group Women's March met with Democracy Alliance, which is another group of donors all backed by Soros. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss funding. Indivisible Phoenix spoke out about what their plans were for the protest. They stated that the protests would be led by every organization and individual that does not support President Trump. The police in Phoenix stated they would have a heavy presence in the area. However, law enforcement has been standing down during violent riots staged by the left recently. Luckily, there were people in attendance who aren't bought by Soros funding. They made sure that everyone could safely attend the rally. Bikers for Trump Arizona delivered a powerful call to action for everyone involved in their group. The message got through loud and clear, and they were not alone. The call to action read, "Donald Trump is coming to the Phoenix Convention Center to hold a rally. There have been plans for Charlottesville sympathizers to protest. We need our bikers to show up and keep people safe." The statement continued, "They are supposed to start at 6 o'clock. We think we need to be there by at least 4 o'clock. That is when the doors open. If there are people waiting to get in, we don't want anyone to harass them. Protesters have a right to protest, but they don't have a right to threaten or intimidate." Besides the Bikers for Trump Arizona group, another organization called Stand for Patriotism is said to have helped counter the protesters who were there to stop President Trump from speaking, as well as intimidating his supporters. In a statement, Stand for Patriotism delivered a heartfelt message. It read, "Let's counter-protest them and stand up for God and country." This inspiring display of patriotism and support of free speech is a welcoming movement in the wake of political divisiveness and violence.